It often happens that an athlete gains confidence after a couple of successful performances and just cannot be stopped. This had happened to many dunkers on the FIBA 3x3 arena who after one victory went on to a series of championships and did so with confidence. Let's see if the winner of the last contest can repeat his success.
What's up everybody, I'm Smoove and today we'll watch and analyze FIBA 3x3 dunk contest in Saudi Arabia.
There are three participants. Joel Henry from the UK, 32 years old, 6 feet tall. The champion of the last FIBA 3x3 contest in Bahrain. In great spirits, he spent the week between contests in Saudi Arabia and is now ready to go for his second consecutive title. Bartek Šved, Poland, Norway, 23 years old, 5'9". A powerful athlete who continues his father's dunking tradition but has yet to make it to the finals this season. He has already performed in Neom for Dunk Elite 2 years ago. And Jeremiah Walker from the UK, 19 years old, 6'2". A young and promising athlete from England. He has won 8 contests back in his country. One of his most memorable performances for me was last year at the Ball Out Under 18 contest where he jumped over his mom.
Fire over his
Let's see how he handles the pressure of a big arena. The rules are simple. Each participant will make 3 dunks in the first round. The top 2 will advance to the final where they will make 2 more dunks. Each player has 3 attempts and 75 seconds to execute. The only exception is the final dunk, where the timer starts only after the first miss. The dunkers will be judged on a 10-point scale by a panel of 3, led by FIBA 3x3 representative Esteban Gonzalez. Joels opens the contest by setting up 2 players under the hoop with the ball up top.
Well guard. I'm just going to use these 2 trampolines I got.
A windmill over 2. This is a familiar start for the British athletes, where he doesn't focus too much on complexity, but more on a spectacle for the crowd in the stands. The judges gave 3 8s, which sets a good tone. There won't be any easy 10s, and that's the main thing. Bartek and his first attempt.
Fans now. Bartek, self-bounce, between the knees.
An East Bay of 1 foot. In the cases of Daniel Pab, John Edwards and Lee Yong Khan, I said this wasn't the best way to start the first round, but Bartek nailed it with great power. And since he's shorter than all the above mentioned dunkers, it automatically makes the dunk more impressive. I think he's also evaluating his chances, considering there is a rookie in the contest, and he's saving the best dunks for the final. 3 8s again. I think this deserves 1 point more than Henry's previous dunk. What will the youngest participant show us today?
Let's see what Walker brings!
At first glance, it looks like a simple reverse dunk with the wind up, but it was actually an attempt at a 180 fake East Bay where the touch with the left hand was minimal and not very noticeable.
From the baseline. Oh!
If I'm not mistaken, there was no actual touch at all and the reverse dunk just didn't go in. Now it's interesting. Will the third attempt be used for the same idea, or will Jeremiah change his dunk?
And the well guard, so he's going to take off now. Okay, double clutches. So at 19, he says okay.
A fake East Bay. Not bad, but there are a few things to note. For a fake to look convincing, the ball needs to be held in the palm of the hand. If the ball is gripped in the wrist, the fake doesn't look as complete or obvious. Although there is an example of good execution, but here's the guy who really tried to make the trick readable for the audience. 3 7s. Given the 8s from the previous dunk, this seems like the right decision. Joel asked one of the members of the FaZe team who've been entertaining the crowd between games to hold the ball on his hand.
Off he goes. He's going off indeed. Spinning like a fidget.
A smooth 360 scoop dunk with the left hand. A stylish and energetic dunk executed with confidence. Joel is moving through the first round with ease and is clearly aiming for a second consecutive title. Previously, the 360 scoop was almost always done off 1 foot, but now the 2-footers are dominating. The judges gave 3 9s. 27 points for this dunk and a total of 51 points after the first 2 dunks. Bartek has 3 players under the hoop.
His way up the charts too. He makes his way towards the rim. The reverse throwdown.
A double up X over 3, reminding everyone that Šved is equally comfortable jumping off 1 foot or 2. Bartek saw Jeremiah's scores and made the right move, landing a relatively simple but solid dunk to rack up points and move through to the final without stress. 2 8s and 1 9, 25 points. The 9 is a bit excessive, but overall it's good. A total of 49 points so far. Jeremiah needs to catch up. His gap from the more experienced dunkers is growing.
Ooh!
A cradle reverse dunk with 1 hand. Looks pretty similar to his first attempts, and honestly I don't think that was the best choice for his second dunk.
Here comes the takeoff. One-legged, rocked it.
Another try, same result. Jeremiah has already hit the rim and now he needs to land the dunk or his contest is essentially over before it really even started.
Well, he's gonna get right back to it. Can he make it this time? No, he does, but that's a...
The ball rolls into the hoop, but it's not a dunk. It's a shame because when we watch someone's highlight reel on Instagram, we think this guy is definitely going to kill it, but the reality often turns out to be different. In his second attempt, he's already marking the end of his hopes for victory. 2 6s and a 5. It should have been all 5s. A total of 38 points. Joel sets a player under the hoop with the ball over his head.
Dunk champion in Manama. Can you see why? Can you see why? That was
A 180 double up, finishing with the left hand. This is Rafael Lipinski's dunks, which earned him 3 10s in Amsterdam and a good score in final in Bahrain. Henry had mastered it as well and even included it in his list of signature dunks. 3 9s. Respect for not just going for a regular windmill, which he easily could have, considering how many points his fellow Brit earned with his dunk. 78 points for the first round. Joel is in the final. Bartek sets up 2 bent assistants and 1 with the ball in hand.
But they don't know that he takes flight with might.
I like this dunk. Through the legs, one-handed dunk over the bent people. It looks good and is great for live performances. Guy Dupuis has been pulling off this dunk for years and it always works. 2 8s and 1 9 allow him to pass through smoothly. Bartek scores 74 points for the first round and he is in the second place. Jeremiah needs to score 36 points to tie with Bartek, which is impossible as the max he can get is 30. So he has to focus on landing his best dunk regardless of the outcome to leave a strong impression. 2 people under the hoop with the ball above their heads. But Jeremiah says he doesn't need an extra boost and takes the ball off the assistant's head.
Walker! Skywalker, yeah! Okay.
How fresh and clean this looked. A classic windmill over 2 players, no double ups or push-offs, just pure jumping over. And it showed his versatility. Like Bartek, Jeremiah is great jumping off both 1 foot or 2. 2 8s and 1 9. They underrated the guy a bit here. We must remember that cleanly jumping over someone is way harder than using them as double up prop. Joel got 3 8s for his windmill over 2, but Jeremiah, who did it much better, only got 1 point more. I think it should have been 3 9s. We thank the young guy for his participation and hope he gets another chance to show his talent in the future. Bartek enters the final in second place, so he opens it. 3 players under the hoop with the ball above their heads. This is an attempt at the double up over 3. Bartek is making the right move. He needs high scores from the start to put pressure on his opponent.
Oh, Bartek.
He hits the front rim. There is still 1 more attempt left, but less than 20 seconds remain.
Is that Tom out there? Yep. Be safe, Tom. Oh, no. Bartek needs to just dunk it. No, he's going to run out of time. No. Was he in the motion of that dunk?
What's going on? Who cursed this guy this season? Bartek just can't seem to have a smooth contest without mistakes. He finished the dunk, but the buzzer went off just before he started his final approach. Even if the clock shows zeros, if the athlete has already started his move towards the hoop, the dunk should count, but the scores indicate that Bartek simply ran out of time. And here we are, another contest with no real fight. Unless Joel does something stupid, the win is already his. 2 players under the hoop, but in this position they don't work for the Brit, so he sets up a Tetris.
Oh my goodness gracious! The man is blessed!
He nails it, head at rim level. Of course, there is a bit of a push-off, but it's still much better than Bartek simply missing. Joel is putting on a real show for the local fans, and that's their main thing. Yes, we've seen a lot of these dunks already, but live, as we can see, the energy is just electric. The judges reward his efforts with 29 points. Joel won't argue because he already knows what the final result will be. Bartek lines up 6 people and another assistant will hold the ball on his hand.
Bartek. Bartosz. Oh.
He warmed up with a dunk over 2, now it's time to fly over 6. He has plenty of height for it.
Bartek. Take oh.
The timer hasn't started yet because no attempt has been counted yet. The timer will start only after the ball touches the rim.
Okay.
The hardest part is probably for the assistants who have to hold their position for quite a while in an uncomfortable stance.
Here we go now. Bartel!
His second official attempt hits the back rim. The problem is all in his head. He's got the jumping power and technique, especially since he's made this dunk before.
Thanks for that though. Now I'd have to wash your legs.
Bartek has been consistent in his inconsistencies this season. He made it to the final, but ended it with a beautiful 0 after 2 attempts. The professional cannot allow this to happen. With no pressure and with the sweet feeling of victory, Joel steps onto the court to put a finishing touch on today's contest. Assistant holds the ball on his hand.
Royal go. Oh, there it is again! The nastiest Royal flush off the handoff!
Last week he dunked off the lob. Today it's off the hand. Joel's signature reverse East Bay dunk lands on the first try. A real highlight of the contest. As you might recall, Michael Purdy used to spin like this, but Joel added a between the legs to it. Now the question is, what's better, dunking off the lob or taking the ball from the hand? Both options look amazing, but for me the self-lob feels more powerful. 10, 10 and a 10. It could not have been any other way. The winner of the FIBA 3x3 dunk contest in Saudi Arabia is Joel Henry. He finishes his dunk vacation with a double victory, taking home another winner's check, a nice sum of money and a lot of great memories. Congratulations.
Guys, how did you like this contest? Let me know in the comments. I think Joel Henry did very well. He won 2 contests in a row. His performances were flawless, great dunks, especially his signature one. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. Smash the like button, subscribe, and see you soon.